Oh hi. Stuttgart, the city in Germany, the administrative center of the state of Baden-Württemberg, one of the most important industrial centers of Germany and also the important cultural center. About 630,000 people live in Stuttgart. December 2020. The city takes on this indicator the sixth place in the country. Stuttgart is located on the Neckar River in the fertile valley known among local population as the Stuttgart Copper. He is in an hour of driving from Swabian Alba and Schwarzwald. The city and city agglomeration N. 3 million people. Is steadily included into number 20 of the largest megalopolises of Europe on DDD. The international consulting company Mercer put Stuttgart on the 21st place in the list of the best cities on quality of life in 2015, and innovative agency To Think Now put on the 24th place in the world from 442 cities in 2014. Since 6th millennium BC, the district of Stuttgart was the important agricultural area and was the habitat of a number of cultures seeking to use the rich soil of the Valley Neckar. The Roman Empire won area in the 83rd year and constructed massive nearby Königstädte that made it the most important regional center within several centuries. Stuttgart was founded in 950 by the Swabian Duke Liudolf, who founded on the place of the modern city horse breeding center for the fighting horses. Originally shaded by nearby Bad Cannstatt, the city steadily grew and in 1320 received the charter. Over time Stuttgart became the capital of the county. Since 1321, duchies. Since 1496, Kurfürstentümer. Since 1803, and kingdoms. Since 1806, and the republics. After 1918, Württemberg at home. Stuttgart prospered, despite failures in 30 Years' War and destructive air raids of Allies on the city during World War II. Nevertheless, by 1952 the city was restored and became the large economic, industrial, tourist and publishing center today. After construction in the city of automobile works of future concern Mercedes-Benz, the city became known as an automotive industry cradle. Stuttgart is also the transport hub and possesses the sixth largest airport in Germany. Several large companies have the headquarters in Stuttgart, including Porsche, Bosch, Mercedes-Benz, Daimler AG and Dinkel. Stuttgart is unusual the scheme among the German cities. It is located on a set of hills. Some of them are covered with vineyards, valleys, especially around the Neckar River and the basin of Stuttgart, and parks. It often surprises visitors who connect the city with his reputation of a car cradle. City tourist slogan, Stuttgart offers more. According to current plans on improvement of transport communications with the international infrastructure. Within the project Stuttgart 21, the city presented a new logo and a slogan in March 2008, having called itself by New Heart of Europe. Das neue Herz Europas. For business he describes himself as where business meets the future. In July 2010 Stuttgart presented the new city logo designed to induce the bigger number of business people to remain in the city and to enjoy rest in this area. Stuttgart, the city with a large number of immigrants. According to Germany Guide of Witnesses of Dorling Kindersley. In the city of Stuttgart, every third inhabitant is foreigner. About 40% of residents of Stuttgart and 64% of the population aged up to 5 years are immigrants. Approximately at the beginning of the 2nd century, the Roman fortress Bad Cannstatt, protecting important tradeways, was at the place of modern Stuttgart. However, the city was founded in 950 by the Swabian Duke Liudolf, the son of the emperor of the Sacred Roman Empire Otto I Veliki, who constructed here a horse breeding center and the first city strengthenings. Then the city was called Stuttgarten. From Stutt, a stallion for imperial army, Garten, Indo-German city. Subsequently the name was transformed to Stuttgart. New archaeological excavations in the field of one of churches at the monastery and also near the old castle show that the country's settlement existed at least since the last year's boards of a dynasty Merovingian here. Soon the settlement around horse breeding center got to possession of the Baden Margrave Hermann V Seringen, who in 1219 granted the settlement the status of the city. Since those times the black horse on a yellow background remained a municipal coat of arms. For the first time Stuttgart is mentioned about the 1229th. In 1251 as a dowry of the daughter of Hermann V Seringen Mechtilde, the Count of Württemberg Ulrich I got Stuttgart. Under the power of the Württemberg House the city was till 1918. In 1321 Stuttgart became the capital of the County Württemberg, in 1495 Duchies Württemberg. During War of the Swabian Union with the Duke Ulrich of 14 years, from 1520 to 1534 Stuttgart was under the Austrian occupation. In 1803 Stuttgart became the capital of Kurfürst and in 3 years, in 1806, the kingdoms of Württemberg. After the November Revolution in Germany in 1918 Stuttgart became the capital of the Free National State Württemberg. Freie Volksstadt Württemberg. After World War II in 1946 it became the main town of the Earth Württemberg-Baden, and in 1952 the capital of the integrated state of Baden-Württemberg. Stuttgart is located in Swabia, in the center of the state of Baden-Württemberg on riverbanks Neckar. Climate of Stuttgart continental. In summer months, the massive Schwarzwald and Swabian Alb protect the city from serious bad weather, however at this time in the city there are also thunderstorms. In the winter also snow which lies only a few days drops out. In the downtown called locals as Castle. With I am mute. Copper. Is always hotter also in the winter, of snow less in the summer than in the suburbs. The winter in Stuttgart lasts from December to March. The coldest month, January, with an average temperature about 0 C. Snow doesn't drop out more than for several days though, according to meteorological data of 2004 during the same period, snow lay several weeks. The summer is warm, with an average temperature about 19 C in the hottest months of summer, July and August. The summer usually lasts from May to September. Economy. Stuttgart is considered one of the largest innovative centers of Europe and has the highest welfare among all cities of Germany. About 2.7 million people, from whom 1.4 million belong to the able-bodied busy population, live in the city and vicinities. Nominal DDD of the region as of 2009 is euros per capita. At the same time, the general nominal DDD is estimated at 101.3 billion euros were into the sector of service. About 65%. The industry. 35%. And agriculture. 0.2%. 2. Stuttgart. The award of the European Commission of Award of Excellence for Innovative Regions was repeatedly awarded. Now Stuttgart is the powerful center of high technologies and the machine building industry. Here representative offices of the largest international corporations are located. Both the world-famous industry giants and innovative medium-sized companies are of particular importance. Their developments are aimed generally at the development of automotive industry, electronics and microelectronics, the knowledge-intensive production, and also mechanical engineering. The number of some of the most considerable organizations located in the region includes Daimler AG, Porsche, Bosch, Chalesio, IP/Compact Deutschland and IP Deutschland, each of which has the world or European headquarters here. Among other companies, Alcatel of Cell, Agilent Technologies, Trumpf, Still, Der, Karcher, Lap, Festo, Womf, Marklin, Leitz, Rittersport and many others. Hundreds of the enterprises of small and medium business are also located in the neighborhood of Stuttgart, many of which still are family property. On the outskirts of the city near the Stuttgart airport there is the largest exhibition center, so-called Fair, Messe Stuttgart, the 9th largest in Germany. Contact-Air, the company of regional airlines and Lufthansa subsidiary, has head office in Stuttgart. Stock Exchange of Stuttgart, the second most important trading floor of Germany after the Frankfurt Exchange. Science and education, scientific and technological centers. Stuttgart and its suburbs have the greatest density of the scientific, academic, research organizations. Here the number of patents, greatest in Germany, is registered. About 45% of the Baden-Württemberg scientists work in the capital of this federal land. More than 11% of the budget for researchers are invested in Stuttgart and suburbs. About 4.3 million euros a year. In the city and its vicinities several universities and the higher schools are located. University of Stuttgart. Hohenheim University. Stuttgart Higher Technical School. Stuttgart Higher School of Music and Theatre. 4 institutes of joint scientific and technical developments at the universities. 6 institutes of Society of Fraunhofer. 2 institutes of Society of Max Planck. One of the largest offices of the German Space Center. Stuttgart, the important transport hub of Germany. In the south of the city there is an international airport. On February 2, 2010, Billion Stuttgart Project 21 on reorganization of the main deadlock station of Stuttgart started. It is planned to pass railway tracks underground, thereby having freed the considerable territory of the central part of the city and having provided through passing of trains. In Stuttgart one of railway directorates of Deutsche Bundesbahn is located. In the city there are buses, land electric trains and trams which in the central part of the city go underground, that is actually the subway. Also there is a mountain tram which goes on a steep slope of the mountain and the funicular. Culture and sites. In the center of Stuttgart, in the neighboring buildings, 3 branches of the main museum of the federal land of Baden-Württemberg, the Museum Württemberg, are located. Old Castle. The richest archaeological exposition, luxury goods since the Middle Ages, arts and crafts objects, and iconography, a sculpture. Fruchtkassen. The museum meeting of musical instruments, audio equipment. The New Lock. Roman. The Museum of Linden, one of the most considerable ethnographic museums in Europe. Theatrical stages of Stuttgart attract more than 12,000 viewers. Around Untertürkheim in 2006 the museum Mercedes-Benz is constructed. Around Zuffenhausen in 2009 the museum Porsche is constructed. Stuttgart doesn't concede to Munich in tradition of holding festivals of beer. At the end of April, beginning of May, in the suburbs Bad Cannstatt passes the large-scale Beer Frühlingsfest festival, a holiday of spring. And in the fall he continues Cannstatter Volksfest. In the city also annually there is a gay parade within the celebration of Christopher Street Day. In the neighborhood of the city, near the former village of Rothenburg, on the hill among vineyards, the Württemberg Mausoleum is located. At the beginning of the 1830th years he was visited by Fyodor Tyutchev, who devoted him the poem Over Grape Hills. Sometime the poem was published with a wrong mark Rogenberg. In 1835 it was translated into German and it is published in the catalogue about Rothenburg sites. Famous natives of the city. Werner Timo. 1996. The German football player, the forward of the English club Chelsea and the national team of Germany. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.